Wow, flotte nye sko. Men de kommer til at tage livet af hende. Det går ikke. Sådan.
Compete væbelplaster, baseret på smertelindrende gelteknologi, stopper væbelsmerter på 10 sekunder. Fra væbelsmerter til partyprinsesse med Compete. Be unstoppable.
Fat, bad, thin, good.
Nu kan du se, hvor langt de kendte vil gå for den perfekte krop i 101 stjerner på skrump.
Fat, bad, thin, good. At least that's what Hollywood tells us. Sure, it's not healthy to be heavy, but has the obsession to be skinny gone too far?
I like a bit of meat with my gravy.
From flab to fab. Did she diet or did she buy it?
She looks good!
From Kelly to Kirsty to Catherine, to Janet to Jessica to George. Just how'd they take the weight off? We're going from zero to hot as we count down the 101 most incredible celebrity slim downs.
Hi, everyone. You might be wondering why I was chosen to host this show. See that girl back there? I lost as much as she weighs. Now, I'm going to share with you my personal story, and you're going to see my personal workout routine as we watch how the stars slim down. So let's start taking off the weight with number 101.
Our first slim down is a royal makeover. At number 101, Queen Latifah. The curvaceous First Lady of hip-hop conquered music, television, and movies. She was Oscar-nominated for Chicago with 2 of our other slim downs.
No tricks, I'm the best. I'm not entirely sure that Queen is an official title for her. I think it might be. Sort of like Dr. Dre, not a real doctor, not a PhD. I love E.
But Her Highness started her reign behind the counter working at Burger King.
She became the queen by marrying the Burger King.
Along the way, all that fast food put some meat on her bones.
If you work at Burger King, you have to be fat. It goes along with the job.
She seems like the kind of woman who could convince me to have it her way.
Girlfriend was doing just fine as a full-figured performer. But around 2003, we began seeing a leaner queen on the red carpet.
Now she's like, here's the queen.
Latifah lost 20 pounds through strict dieting and intense cardio exercise. Then came her much-publicized breast reduction.
Tell me about this.
And her breasts actually went from Whoppers to Junior Whoppers.
They may have gotten smaller, but they certainly didn't disappear. Just take a look at Queen Latifah at the 2006 Golden Globes.
The girls came out. They wanted to come to the Globes. Get it? Oh!
She better not abandon being that big, beautiful woman that she is. Because I have 4 sisters, and 3 of them are obese, and 1 is in denial. And Queen Latifah is all they have.
These days, Queen Latifah weighs in 35 pounds lighter than she did at the turn of the century. Goodbye girth, hello glam. The self-proclaimed big girl may never fit into a size 2, but Latifah couldn't care less.
There's 60 million curvaceous women in this country. You know, we need to feel beautiful and well.
This lady didn't lose weight to be skinny. She did it to be healthy.
Felt like I was celebrating every curve in my body.
Now, that kind of confidence is why this queen rules. We go from queen to a king. The king of queens, to be exact. Slim down number 100, Kevin James.
You're looking, you can look all you want. It's all there.
By 2003, the show's producers were getting a little concerned that Kevin was starting to resemble another famous king. So concerned, they tried to kickstart Kevin's diet by writing an episode in which Kevin's character loses weight.
I'm thrilled.
The producer's trick didn't really work. On the early show, Kevin joked about his so-called diet.
I just ate bacon. That's all I did. It was all bacon all the time. Bacon and Kool-Aid.
Then Kevin got serious. He hired an ultimate fighting champ as his personal trainer. His daily routine included 6 hours of boxing and jiu-jitsu. And he cut out the carbs.
Kevin's probably more serious about his ultimate fighting than he is about bacon.
It's all about discipline. Yeah, you got stay the course.
I think Leah Remini likes it if Kevin James is fat, because then she looks thinner.
2 syllables. Buffet.
Kevin lost 45 pounds, hit his target weight, and called a halt to the diet.
Is it me or does he look the same?
I don't think he really was motivated to lose weight for the show, more so for his movie star career, because he wouldn't look better than Will Smith. That's the truth.
Anyone who saw him shaking his slimmed-down booty with Will Smith and Hitch will agree this king is a very fit ruler.
Thanks very much.
And now, a perfect slim down for a perfect lady, number 99, Martha Stewart.
When I first started watching Martha Stewart, I had a hard time because she would say things like, I've saved my hair for 5 years and I made a fishing net out of it, and I caught this fish with my own hair fishing net. I'm like, who does that?
This self-made mogul was never what you call fat, but then there was that nasty insider trading scandal that may have caused Martha to put on a few pounds. Can you say comfort food? The home decor diva went to prison.
I was incarcerated in Alderson, West Virginia.
Some people bulk up behind bars. Martha lost weight.
Prison has done very well for Martha. She actually used both the steel toilet and the 2 steel bedposts to make a rowing machine.
You lose a lot of weight, too, if you had somebody named Big Maple still in your fruit cup every day.
Martha devoted herself to fitness during her 5-month prison sentence. Daily power walks in the yard and lifting weights toned the famous felon.
I'm like looking to commit a felony somewhere just to drop 5 pounds.
Criminal behavior leads to weight loss. It's that simple.
Martha found prison food so disgusting that she chose to eat salads fashioned out of crab apples and dandelion leaves from the yard.
The food was inadequate, not delicious.
And she occasionally treated herself to the chicken wings from the visitor vending machine. It's not a good thing.
Martha Stewart should thank her warden, whoever caught her trying to smuggle in that confectionery sugar. Because if she had gotten it to make her cookies or bundt cake or whatever the hell she's making, she would have put on a good 20 to 50 pounds.
After her release, Martha came out looking slimmer, and not just because of that famous figure-flattering poncho.
So she loses 10 pounds and she's always wearing these ponchos, and it's like, why are you covering it up? She's got buffalo wings in there.
She wears a tarp with a hole in it? That's not the way to go. That's not good PR. Playboy. That would have helped.
Then America's next top model prisoner got even thinner, shedding another 10 pounds. The upside of house arrest? Martha had time to practice yoga and work with a personal trainer.
Martha knew it was time to lose weight because the only thing more embarrassing than wearing a tracking bracelet is having it bunch up around your ankle fat.
The refreshed and rehabilitated Martha continued to reinvent herself.
What's next for Martha? I don't know, maybe wild on Rikers Island?
Always have a backup, just in case.
From domestic goddess to convicted felon to reformed media heavyweight, Martha Stewart is back. And if that back is a little slimmer, well, that is a good thing. Our next slim down is the duly elected leader of a rhythm nation, number 98, Janet Jackson.
If Janet Jackson wasn't a Jackson, she'd be a lot lighter. Like, I don't know, $100 million lighter.
Janet's career actually began as a cute but chubby child actress. When Janet first came on the music scene, she was still carrying around the teenage Different Strokes baby fat.
When I used to watch Different Strokes, I always thought Gary Coleman would grow up and be the hot one.
During the 80s, Janet concentrated on music. This was a wise move for 2 reasons. 1, she became a superstar. And 2, all that dancing in her videos and concerts helped whip Janet into shape.
And she's Michael Jackson's sister. Explain that. How did she get the muscles and he didn't, you know? I don't get it. It was like, how do I get thin? Oh, I moved to the Rhythm Nation. Everyone's thin there. Ruben Stoddard is not a member of the Rhythm Nation.
Still, it took more than just dancing to get her kick-butt body. Janet also embarked on a 2-hour, 6-day-a-week fitness regimen. Her diet? Fish and vegetables. That's the way weight loss goes.
She did have a rib removed. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, she had a rib removed and her brother Tito ate it with some potato salad.
Janet entered the 90s looking every bit the sex machine. She ditched the big suits and flaunted her diamond-cut abs.
Janet, you look hot.
In 2004, Miss Jackson's body was still in control, except for that one little wardrobe malfunction. What's a girl to do?
When 100 million people watch your 40-year-old boob fall out on national television, kind of makes you want to drown your sorrows in a little bit of ice cream.
By the end of 2005, Janet packed on more than 40 pounds, thanks to a diet of fried chicken and soul food. Jackson's boyfriend, Jermaine Dupri, claims she gained the girth for a part in an indie film. The movie role fell through, but the weight was harder to lose.
You know what? If someone has a right to gain some weight, it's Janet Jackson. I think over the last 20 years, we owe her 100, 200 pounds.
Reportedly, execs at Janet's record label hired a personal trainer to get her back into fighting form. By the time her next album drops, you can be sure she'll have dropped the weight. Her best friend was an alien. She was an angel. Out of this world slim down number 97, Drew Barrymore. Drew may have been showbiz nobility, but her weight problems were all too common. After E.T., Drew grew into a chubby adolescent. Drew claimed she was teased as a teenager for being fat. As an adult, she felt she was too heavy. When the big 3-0 loomed, the actress wanted to take control of her life and her weight. And there's just something about appearing in your underwear next to Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz that inspires an angel to look her best.
Lucy Liu with those chiseled cheekbones and Cameron Diaz with that skinny body. I'm sure that Drew felt more than a little self-conscious, but she held her own.
Sweet!
Workouts on the treadmill and a low-carb, high-protein diet ripped 20 pounds off Drew's already sexy body.
I think all girls look up to her because she is who she is. She's confident, she's curvy, she's beautiful, she's petite.
If I could be any blonde, I'd be Drew Barrymore.
These days, Drew feels great, keeping her weight between 109 and 112 pounds. But she still claims she's the world's worst dieter.
I think I can challenge Drew Barrymore for the worst dieter award. Diet starts Monday and it ends on Monday.
Well, at least one of the worst. There are models, and then there are the rest of us.
There's only about 10 women that are under size 12 in the world.
Models don't look, act, or eat like real women, yet we're expected to admire them. At Slim Down number 96, the wily weight loss habits of the supermodel.
My body is naturally really, really sexy.
Model technique number 1, the champagne and cigarettes diet. From New York to Milan, it's all the rage. Who knows, you might just be a bottle of bubbly away from the catwalk.
Just cigarettes and champagne, and that's it. The champagne part I'm fine with.
Yeah, I tried the cigarette and champagne diet. I ended up with a DUI and a bad cough.
Model technique number 2, fancy foreign fighting. Whether it's Krav Maga, capoeira, or just plain old jiu-jitsu, models work out their aggression and firm their behinds with the latest trends in martial arts. Tyra Banks and Gisele Bundchen could probably kick your butt.
I've always been very muscular, but the fashion industry considers muscle fat. So I was always told how fat I was.
Model technique number 3, the ever-popular eating disorder. We won't throw up any names, but you only have to read the papers to see who's starving for success.
My favorite thing was, while living in a model's apartment, ordering pizza and eating it in front of them. Ever see a St. Bernard watch you eat?
Big sign at every photo shoot that says, please do not feed the supermodels.
I don't know anything about that. I'm a plus-size model, and they tell me to eat.
Finally, there's the colonic. This technique can be a real pain in the butt, but if it doesn't suck the weight out of you, nothing will.
Never been like more repulsed and intrigued at the same time.
What guy wouldn't want to administer that colonic? I want to apply for that job.
Let's face it, models are trendsetters. We try to look like Adriana Lima, but most of us resemble the women in the Dove ads. The good news? Plus-size models have become more popular in advertising.
I don't get that many modeling jobs, but I'll still be able to reproduce when I decide to have children, and my teeth won't fall out by the age of 40.
We don't have to be a size 2 to be in style.
Do you ever get the urge to just take a Big Mac and shove it down a supermodel's throat? Some pie, ice cream, just a little. Well, don't go anywhere, because my workout's just beginning, and so is the countdown.
Coming up next, the miraculous donut diet. A peculiar procedure to drop pounds. And the star who fought to look flabby. Plus, what's Brad Pitt doing on this show? Stay with us to get the skinny.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the dance floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the dance floor.
Hey everyone, meet Lon Ray. This is my personal trainer. Woohoo! Look at that. He's here to help me work off some of this baby weight. You know, I had a baby 8 months ago, if you didn't know that. And while I get started with my workout, you guys are gonna check out some great celebrity slim downs.
Your turn, you ready?
Let's go.
This Howard Stern sidekick used the sap from a maple tree to melt away the pounds. Slim Down number 95, Robin Quivers.
Wow, this is a fascinating story. Can you do the diet with just maple syrup? Because I'd be all about that.
Quivers is queen to the self-proclaimed king of all media. In 2002, Her Majesty weighed 218 pounds. Then David Blaine appeared. The magician guested on Stern's radio show and raved about a mysterious diet known as the Master Cleanser. Robin was listening.
Oh, man, what did I get myself into?
This is not a magician that made an elephant disappear. This is a magician who put himself in a block of ice.
You don't trust him to tell you how to lose weight?
She had nothing to lose but the weight. For 21 days, Robin feasted on maple syrup.
Maple syrup is for pancakes. You don't lose weight on pancake syrup. If I would have known that, I would have been drinking log cabin all of my life.
Fresh lemon juice, cayenne pepper.
Hot stuff is coming in. Hot stuff is coming out. You follow what I'm saying? It's not gonna be pretty at all.
And water.
Oh, I could do that.
If this sounds controversial, it is.
Diets are like religion. If it works for you, then, you get really all fired up about it.
Through the magic of maple syrup, Stern's sidekick shed 70 pounds. It wasn't the first time Blaine cut a woman in half, but this was no illusion. Who needs yoga and Pilates when your personal trainer is Mrs. Butterworth? Long before it was cool to be a desperate housewife, there was Slim Down number 94, Roseanne Barr. This funny lady made her name in the 80s as the crude working-class comic with a couch potato body.
Where's the food?
Right here.
And we loved every pound of her.
As a fat woman, I need a lot of love and approval.
But fame and success inspired the TV star to undergo an extreme makeover. First came the facelift, then the nose job, tummy tuck, and finally in 1998, gastric bypass surgery.
Aren't I good looking?
Roseanne's stomach was reduced to the size of a peanut.
Roseanne lost a bunch of weight, but then she lost like another 250 pounds when she stopped carrying Tom Arnold.
Pretty quickly, 80 pounds vanished. It's not the food itself, but the size of the portions that's key to keeping the weight off. These days, Roseanne eats 10 small meals a day, but she won't give up donuts.
Ain't no such thing in the world called 10 small meals. And especially if you're eating donuts.
Would Roseanne Barr beat me in a donut eating contest? I've eaten 38 donuts in 8 minutes. She does look like she could put away a few, so I think it would be close.
Check out this amazing before and after. Hard to believe it's the same lady. Looks like the domestic goddess has figured out a way to have her cake and eat it too. Some superstars just don't care about being super thin. Take number 93 on our countdown, Kate Winslet. The co-star of Hollywood's biggest grossing movie is very happy with her hips, thank you.
Kate Winslet is lucky that she wasn't a couple pounds heavier during the shooting of that movie, because that little last ice chip she was floating on when she shoved Leonardo DiCaprio underwater would have cracked.
Kate's always had curves. Then she put on more than 50 pounds with the birth of her daughter, Mia, in 2000. Kate tried a facial analysis diet to drop the baby weight. This pinpoints what you should and shouldn't eat based on the lines, tone, and texture of your skin.
Wendy's. What's today? Sizzler.
What does my face say about my diet? Mickey D's, here we come.
Kate also exercised to get back into shape, but she never obsessed about being skinny.
Feeling quite confident at the moment.
In 2003, the British edition of GQ digitally altered Kate's cover photo to make her appear slimmer. The actress was livid.
That's not my style.
That makes her even hotter.
I would pay them to do that for me.
You know, I just want to clarify that I'm being digitally enhanced, and this is about a third bigger than I really am in real life, so just so you know.
It's just nice to have people come and say, it's just cool, it's just so cool.
The 4-time Oscar nominee insists she's just an ordinary woman with an extraordinary job. It's that kind of attitude that makes Kate unsinkable.
Thank you.
In 1992, this slim down had his eyes on the White House and his limo at the drive-through window. Number 92, Bill Clinton.
Me and Bill Clinton are right here with each other.
The man's fondness for fast food didn't stop him from winning the presidency, and it eventually led him to another prestigious honor, a spot on this list.
I grew up on McDonald's. Give me a break. No, that's not junk food. It's just food.
It made me feel good that the leader of the free world liked McDonald's. I like McDonald's.
Through two...
Intercepted by warlords.
Filet-O-Fish sandwich, it's just gonna end up in the hands of warlords.
The Secret Service actually developed a surefire way to get Bill Clinton to exercise. They just duct taped a fillet of fish to the back of a van and let him chase it around the White House a couple times.
Toward the end of his White House days, the president decided to veto his unhealthy ways. He hit the gym, pumped some iron, and added jogging to his exercise regime. Mr. Clinton even had Air Force One stocked with fresh fruit and healthy snacks. But it wasn't until his quadruple bypass surgery in 2004 that the ex-pres really got serious about his health. The operation was a success. Former Commander-in-Chief emerged from the ordeal ready and rested, and in the best shape of his life. Nowadays, chicken and vegetables have replaced burgers and fries.
Clinton actually looks really good right now, and it's just in time for the 2008 election where he's going to become the first bitch.
You know, there was a time when treadmills were used as punishment in prison. It's true. I feel like I'm there right now, and I'm sure I'll be here when you get back.
Coming up, the all-egg
butt. Eva Longoria's butt. Eva Longoria's butt. Oh yeah, when my workout gets tough, I go right to my mantra. Eva Longoria's butt. It really helps me push through that pain. Feel free to borrow it next time you're hitting that workout wall. Okay, now I'm ready to keep going. Let's get back to the countdown.
When this Southern belle descended on Hollywood, she was drop-dead gorgeous. Sashaying in at number 91, Delta Burke. In 1986, she became the breakout star on Designing Women. But as the ratings soared, so did the star's waistline.
Came on the scene, everyone's like, you're gonna be the next Elizabeth Taylor. What they didn't tell her is that she's gonna be the next Elizabeth Taylor now.
In some other period of time, I would have been perfectly fine.
By season 3, Delta was a Hollywood heavyweight in every way. At first, Delta's weight gain wasn't mentioned, but it became harder and harder to ignore.
I suffered so much on Designing Women with the tabloids coming after me and everybody acting like I just didn't deserve to live or something.
Delta and the show's producers even wrote an episode about the prejudice faced by full-figured women every day.
I'll admit I have put on a few pounds here and there, but you all act like I should be ordering fabric over at Georgia Tent and Awning.
I love Delta Burke because she was big and jolly, and like my mom was kind of a big, jolly, happy lady. So I think when I saw her on TV, it was comforting.
Last night I got my feelings hurt because I came to this reunion thinking I was beautiful, and what I found out was that I'm fat. At least you think I am.
Delta embraced her full figure. She even started a plus-size clothing line.
Plus size, or real size women, as I like to call us.
Delta Burke is one of those women that actually looks better with like meat on her because you just want to rub her.
Success as a size 16 role model was sweet until Delta was diagnosed with diabetes. With her health at stake, Delta got on board the diet train. A slim and spectacular Delta strutted her stuff at the 2000 GLAAD Awards. When she appeared on stage, the crowd roared. Check out this before and after, from bigger to even better.
It's taken me a long time, and it was just moderation.
See, no crazy diet, no grueling workouts. Delta dropped 50 pounds with good old-fashioned portion control. At a lean 165 pounds, this designing woman is officially back in style. Playing a Holocaust survivor can bring an actor critical acclaim. It also helps earn a spot on the countdown. At number 90, Adrian Brody.
If you purposely get skinny, fat, or ugly, you might get an Oscar. But if you're really skinny, fat, or ugly, you have no chance.
For the 2002 film The Pianist, Brody says director Roman Polanski insisted that he drop 30 pounds. The 6'2" actor was already thin. Adrian felt Polanski wanted gaunt.
I got into it, yeah.
Brody lost the pounds with an all-egg diet. That's right, all eggs all the time. Scrambled, fried, poached, hard-boiled, soft-boiled, deviled, eggs for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight snack.
If I was in an egg-eating contest with Adrian Brody, we would all suffer compared to Sonia the Black Widow Thomas, a 100-pound woman who ate 65 hard-boiled eggs in 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Brody shrank to 130 pounds, leaving him a shell of his former self.
The bad thing about an all-egg diet is all you're taking is protein, and it's probably not that healthy for you.
Adrian's emaciated appearance earned him Oscar gold.
If you'd also been mentally disabled
and was a Holocaust guy and was down to 130 pounds. We got 2 Oscars.
He even used the occasion to plant one on Halle Berry. Reason enough to become dangerously skeletal.
I'd probably go down to 130 just to make out with Halle Berry. It seems like a fair deal.
It took my shot, you know? It took my chance. Not bad. Oh, yeah.
The Go-Go's were the biggest girl band of the early 80s. Big hair, big hips, and a big appetite for partying. But all parties eventually come to an end, which brings us to Slim Down number 89, Belinda Carlisle.
I wouldn't necessarily go out on a limb and say that the Go-Go's were the female version of Motley Crue.
No, I mean, everybody knows that the female version of Motley Crue is Poison.
She was the hot girl next door. You can go out and party with her and get drunk and then go home and jump into bed with her. It's the best kind of girl to have around.
Fat, drunk, and easy always does trump hot and thin.
By the time the band broke up, the stress of constant touring left these beauties looking a little beat.
Okay, so the Go-Go's got this song, We Got the Beat, right? But they really should call it We Love to Eat, because that seems a lot more appropriate, perhaps.
I like food.
You know her song, I Get Weak? Yeah, it was about her trying to pass a donut shop.
We were really young, no responsibilities, tons of money, and lots of fame. And we took advantage of that, and we had the best times.
I wanted to be that girl so badly.
The Go-Go's were hard partying girls, and if you don't think that partying and drinking affect your weight and your looks, then you haven't seen a little girl named Tara Reid.
After a brief vacation, Belinda bounced back in 1988 with a vengeance. She dropped 20 pounds by running 5 miles a day and working out with a trainer. Belinda's new solo act earned her a string of Grammy nominations, and her new body earned her a 2001 Playboy magazine cover at the age of 42.
Usually it's the other way around. As you get older, you get fatter and out of shape. She's getting in shape. So, great job, Belinda.
Belinda even gave girl power a new voice with an anthem to the full-figured woman called Throw Me a Curve. For years, when this guy asked, "What's up, dog?" the answer was, "Probably your cholesterol."
Oh my God.
Thankfully, the Idol judge did something about it, making him our Slim Down number 88, Randy Jackson.
Exactly.
In 2003, Randy Jackson tipped the scales at 329 pounds. He was diagnosed with sleep apnea and type 2 diabetes. Doctors ordered him to lose weight pronto.
Work it out, dog.
For Randy, dieting didn't work. That July, he underwent laparoscopic gastric bypass surgery. The operation stitched closed 95% of his stomach, leaving it the size of a golf ball. TV viewers were stunned when they tuned in to the 3rd season of American Idol. Randy had voted off more than 100 pounds. Goodbye, hungry man. Hello, healthy guy.
He's all skinny dog.
Hot heat.
There are some people we just want heavy. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, for example. Our weathermen. And Randy Jackson, you too. Stop it.
Randy's tiny tummy prevents him from enjoying some of his favorite foods, but it's a small sacrifice for the big guy.
You have to have lifestyle changes with gastric bypass surgery.
What do you mean, like push-ups?
You can't just all of a sudden, now that your stomach is half its size, not exercise, not change your lifestyle.
Keep it real now.
He's keeping it real, and he's staying real far away from food. Or if he does get near real food, he only gets near a really tiny piece.
Right on, Randy, you did your thing. And even Simon applauds your new trim look.
I'm chilling.
Congratulations, Randy. You know I love you. For all you people out there that don't know this, I had gastric bypass surgery too. And I have a very important message for you if you are thinking about having the surgery. First of all, it's not for everyone. We know this. But if you do decide to have it, the most important thing you can do is first pick a great surgeon. And if you do have it, I wish you the best of luck. It saved my life.
Coming up on the countdown, how thin is too thin? How do you lose almost half your body weight? And what the heck is capoeira? Think about it. We'll be back before you can say, hold the mayo.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the dance floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the dance floor.
Keep pushing, Carney.
I am.
Keep.
Next celebrity, Slim Down.
At number 87, with a life-saving slim down, George Lopez. In 2004, the TV star desperately needed a new kidney. Prior to his operation, George began eating healthy and lost almost 50 pounds.
I'm working out, and I can't run because I live in a very affluent neighborhood. It doesn't look right.
As a surgeon, I'd rather go to find something in a cupboard rather than in a warehouse. So the smaller you are, the easier the surgery is.
Finding a donor isn't always easy.
You just can't go to Safeway and get a kidney and put it in an ice chest and then hope it matches. This is very elaborate.
But George didn't have to look far. His wife, Ann, donated a kidney. Now that's love.
That's why I drink, okay? Because I want to make sure that all of my organs will be rejected.
Ann Lopez joined George's Slim Down quest. With help from her personal trainer, Ann dropped 20 pounds before the operation.
Ann Lopez wears the pants in the family.
Now, George Lopez can't ask his wife for anything. Yeah, she's probably like, you know, George, I want to go antiquing with you this weekend. Oh, really? See, I wanted to go play golf with some buddies. Oh, yeah, because I wanted to do a lot of things back when I had 2 kidneys, but now you have one of mine, so I think we're going to go looking for a hutch this weekend.
The surgery was a success. Ann and George recovered quickly. He soon returned to his TV show.
It's fun to exercise, and I never thought I'd say that. I mean, usually I wouldn't go to the car because it would seem too far.
G-Lo turned a health scare into a healthy slim down.
Thank God we look thin and black.
Our next slim down missed a couple of turns on the long and winding road to fitness. He's number 86, Gary Busey.
If you don't chase and catch your dreams, your imagination will live in empty spaces.
Gary was lean and mean when he first appeared on the big screen. He even earned an Oscar nomination for 1978's The Buddy Holly Story. But Busey went from rock and roll to belly roll, packing on the pounds with a lot of hard living. He topped out at 240.
We're going to tackle this disease, brother.
That's right.
We're going to get mean, brother.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be
if you don't give anything to it, you're going to be broken. That's it. We're going to break you in half. You hear me? Tell him.
In the mid-'80s, Gary seemed to get his life under control. He entered drug rehab and lost 60 pounds.
You know, fear is the dark room where the devil develops his negatives.
Unfortunately, Gary's clean living phase didn't last long. First, he nearly died in a motorcycle crash.
I hit my head on the curb off a Harley Davidson going 45 miles an hour without a helmet.
Soon after, he fell off the wagon. But Gary conquered his addictions, this time for good. In 2005, Gary appeared on the reality show Celebrity Fit Club. He dropped 39 pounds thanks to 14 straight weeks of intense diet and exercise.
He was the designated meltdown on that show.
Gary's stomach is much flatter these days, but his abstract wit is still sharp as a knife.
A tomcat told me once, when you get lost in your imaginatory vagueness, your foresight becomes a nimble vagrant.
Okay, that didn't make much sense to us either, but the benefits of Gary's clean living come through loud and clear.
I've been given gifts at birth, as all of you have, and now I'm ready to receive them, as all of you are.
Women just don't come more gorgeous than number 85 on our list, Halle Berry. Still, Halle proves there's always room for improvement.
First of all, thank God Halle Berry lost some weight.
Yeah.
Who didn't go see the movie Swordfish, see her naked body, and say, wow, that is one fat lady?
Yeah.
Berry's slamming body is legendary.
People like Halle Berry, well, genetic mutants, freaks, not the average anything, and just magnificent. That's genetic gifting. That's what that is.
But to fit into her skimpy leather Catwoman suit, even Halle had to step it up a notch.
I own a cat, so I know how sexy and seductive cats can be, so she fits right into the mold.
Halle worked out 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. The regimen consisted of cardio training on the elliptical machine, weightlifting, and the Brazilian martial art capoeira.
I spent time working out in the gym, learning capoeira, cat movements, and yeah, a really physical part for me.
First of all, I don't do things that I can't pronounce. That's number one. If I can't pronounce it, I don't do it.
To add muscle mass, Halle ate 5 to 6 small meals a day. Delicious dishes like apple cinnamon oatmeal and Thai chicken lettuce wraps kept her perfectly well-fed.
Oh, yes, right? Yeah. Okay.
The results speak for themselves.
And I was thrilled.
Catwoman or no Catwoman, cat suit or no cat suit, Halle Berry is smoking.
The movie may have been a disappointment, but Halle's body is a hit. Next up is the star who turned supersizing and super slimming into an art form. Weighing in at number 84, Renee Zellweger. The petite actress added almost 30 pounds to her 5'5" frame to play the title role in Bridget Jones' Diary.
I can eat whatever I want, whatever I want.
Yeah, Renee got all the way up to size 8, or as they call it in Ohio, skinny.
We always hear how an actress suffers for her craft. In Renee's case, not so much suffering.
I got a couple candy bars and a big, huge mocha, whipped cream, crazy Starbucks thing.
Tough job, but somebody had to do it. Renee consumed nearly 4,000 calories a day, enough to feed a typical actress, her personal trainer, and an assistant, or one sumo wrestler.
I'm just gonna eat what's on my plate right now.
Packing on the pounds is probably harder than people realize.
I better have garlic bread with that pizza because it's my responsibility.
Packing on the extra junk in her trunk paid off with an Oscar nomination for Bridget.
I want it to be as authentic as it can be.
I think in order to gain the weight, Renee Zellweger ate her first husband, who we don't even know about, because she ate him.
For the musical film Chicago, Renee got down to her pre-Bridget size fast. A crash course in jogging, yoga, and healthy eating did the trick.
I went for a lot of runs, I ate a lot of fish and a lot of fruit.
And the results were magical. Then, proving the actress would do anything for a role short of a sex change, Renee again bellied up to the buffet, putting the weight back on to play Bridget Jones in the sequel.
I also like to podgy. I like a bit of meat with my gravy.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Then it was bye-bye Bridget, hello Cinderella Man. For her next movie, Renee returned to fighting form thanks to jogging and yoga.
Our body speaks to us all the time, and it says, hey, make up your mind, pick a size. So if you keep going up and down and up and down, I don't think that's healthy.
No matter what the scale reads, Renee's talent is always supersize. You know you're hot when you can play the title role in a movie called Drop Dead Gorgeous. Slim down number 83, Denise Richards. Denise went from a sexy teen vixen in Wild Things to a sexy nuclear scientist in The World Is Not Enough. Then in real life, she transformed into a sexy mama.
Denise Richards just had a baby, and she didn't even look like she was pregnant. She just looked like she had a big lunch.
To rub it in, Denise posed for the December 2004 issue of Playboy just 5 months after the birth of her first daughter, Sam.
What a bitch.
Then, just 6 weeks after welcoming her second baby, Lola, Denise shed more than 30 pounds. It just doesn't seem fair.
That's amazing, because I've been trying to lose 8 pounds for 4.5 years.
Forever in history, she'll be known as a MILF. I should have the MILF Hall of Fame.
I love being a mom. It's the best thing ever.
Daily workouts with her trainer and low-sugar, low-carb meals delivered to her door helped her lose the weight. Then, of course, there was her pact with Satan. We're kidding, we think.
I don't think the devil even gives out deals that good.
Even after 2 babes of her own, this Bond babe is still super hot.
18, 19, and 20.
Ooh, all right. Now, those were some inspiring slim downs, right? You know, I gained 70 pounds during my pregnancy. And the truth is that I hate exercise, but I do it anyway. And I've lost 52 of those pounds, and I'm going to take off the rest. And if I can do it, you can do it. We'll be right back.
When we come back, find out why Brad Pitt made it onto our countdown and how Miss Lohan became a lighter Lindsay.
5, 6, 7 now. If you don't know, let me show you how.
Welcome back to the countdown. Anyone can be named People's Sexiest Man Alive, but it takes a certain someone to win the award twice. It even takes more of a certain someone to top that honor with a spot on this list.
That certain someone is slim down number 82, Brad Pitt. Sure, the actor's never been fat, but he brought fit to a whole new level.
Anytime Brad's on a list, I get a smile across my face from here to here. I mean, it could be celebrity oops, like oops, there's a big chest, or oops, there's a nice tuchus.
The guy has always been hot, but when Brad was cast in the 2004 movie Troy, the sexiest man alive got even sexier. To play the warrior Achilles, Brad embarked on a personal fitness odyssey, working daily with 3 personal trainers, a nutritionist, a chiropractor, and apparently a sculptor.
I mean, the quickest way to bulk up like Brad in Troy is a multi-million-dollar movie deal, isn't it?
I applied to be Brad Pitt's ab wrangler. I didn't get the job.
In 8 months, Pitt was able to build a body of mythic proportions.
Well, you know me, I like to live the part. I'm still in the part.
Director Wolfgang Peterson joked by the time Brad was finished with his body, the actor actually requested to do nude scenes.
I remember falling asleep in the theater and telling my friend, wake me up when you think the nude scene's coming, and she did. It was glorious.
Can you imagine being Angelina Jolie? You're like the hottest woman on earth, and your man is still prettier than you.
Even with its $185 million budget, Troy wasn't a box office smash. But looking at that heroic physique, it seems like money well spent.
You heard it first. Here. You heard it here.
This teen queen who shot to superstardom as a mean girl is one of our more startling transformations. Slim down number 81, Lindsay Lohan. With her gorgeous red hair and slammin' curves, Lindsay ruled the Cineplex and the Hollywood party scene as she table-hopped with boyfriend Wilmer Valderrama. By 2004, Lindsay was burning the candle at both ends. She filmed Herbie Fully Loaded, recorded an album, and broke up with Wilmer.
I'm kind of in a strange headspace right now. I don't know what to do or where to go, where to look.
The girl was exhausted. Eventually, Lindsay wound up in an LA hospital suffering from severe head pains and a 103-degree fever. Of course, nobody likes hospital food. Lindsay lost at least 15 pounds during her stay.
I think in ranking the frozen wastelands of the world, I believe it goes the tundra, Antarctica, and then maybe Lindsay Lohan's refrigerator.
The only weight Lindsay Lohan needs to keep off is Wilmer Valderrama.
Vanity Fair reported that Lindsay made herself sick on occasion, but the actress denied accusations of bulimia. Lindsay claims her leaner new look comes from a combo of weights, kickboxing, Pilates, and yoga. Most importantly, Lindsay cut out the junk food.
But that's a great thing.
She should have never lost the weight because all my guy friends loved her because she had boobs, she had a butt. Then all of a sudden she goes to Skeletor and dyes her hair blonde, and now her hair is back the normal color, and it looks like she had a taco or two, and that's fabulous.
These days, Lindsay's gotten her curves back and is looking good.
I'm glad that the media has pressured her to eat a sandwich or two.
Now, if she could just brush up on her driving skills.
Lindsay Lohan was getting in a lot of car accidents, so she had to pull Herbie over and start walking her lazy ass around. That's why she lost weight.
I'm over it.
Okay, good. Because you gotta be after a while, right?
It's a happy day.
So, part one is over, but my workout is not. I'm just taking a little break. Here's what's coming up on part two.
Coming up on the countdown, the smoking hot get even hotter. A very rocking transformation. Plus, she reportedly earned big bucks to get small. And the actor who lost 348 pounds. We've got 80 more slim downs to go, and you don't want to miss number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the dance floor.
Om lidt kan du se dommeren fra America Got Talent, som vi